Welcome back to our data analytics tutorial series. In today's video, we'll be exploring data collection methods. Whether you're collecting new data or using existing datasets, knowing how to gather and obtain data is crucial to the success of any data analytics project. We'll cover the difference between primary and secondary data, the methods for collecting each type, and best practices to ensure data quality. Let's get started. Before we start learning, let's get a quick overview of what we will be covering in this video through the contents. Data collection is the foundation of any data analysis. If you collect poor quality data, the insights and decisions you derive from that data will also be flawed. A well-structured data collection process ensures that your analysis will be accurate and relevant, leading to better decision-making. There are two main types of data that can be collected: primary data and secondary data. Let's understand the difference. Primary data is original data that you collect yourself through surveys, interviews, experiments, or observations. This data is tailored to your specific needs, but can be time-consuming and expensive to collect. Secondary data, on the other hand, is data that has already been collected by someone else. This could include publicly available datasets, databases, or industry reports. It's quicker to obtain, but may not perfectly fit your requirements. Now, let's take a look at the various methods you can use to collect primary data. Surveys are one of the most common ways to gather data from a large group of people. They can be conducted online, by phone, or in person, and they're great for gathering quantitative or qualitative data. Interviews provide in-depth data, usually from a smaller sample size. They can be structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, depending on the type of information you need. Observation is another way to collect primary data by watching subjects in a natural or controlled environment. This method is often used in studies where actual behavior is more important than what people say they do. Experiments involve manipulating one or more variables and observing the outcome. This method is commonly used in scientific research and allows for the discovery of cause and effect relationships. Secondary data can be sourced from various places, and it's often faster and more cost-effective than collecting primary data. Let's look at some common methods for obtaining secondary data. Databases like SQL databases, cloud databases, or public repositories are commonly used sources for secondary data. They offer structured data that can be queried and analyzed. Industry reports, academic journals, and government publications are excellent sources of secondary data. These sources are often reliable, but might be outdated or not specific to your needs. Web scraping is a method of collecting large amounts of data from websites using code. While it's a powerful tool, ethical and legal considerations need to be taken into account. APIs, application programming interfaces, allow you to access and retrieve data directly from other applications, like social media platforms, financial systems, or public data sources. APIs are an efficient way to automate data collection. Regardless of the method you choose, following best practices in data collection ensures that your data is reliable and useful for analysis. Before collecting any data, it's crucial to clearly define the objectives of your study. Knowing what you're looking for will help you choose the right data collection methods. Make sure your data is accurate, complete, and free of biases. Clean and well-structured data leads to more accurate insights. Always ensure that your data collection methods adhere to ethical guidelines. This includes obtaining consent from participants and protecting their privacy. Keep detailed documentation of your data collection process, including how data was gathered, any limitations, and potential sources of error. This will be helpful for future analysis. Data collection isn't always straightforward. Here are some common challenges that analysts face when gathering data. One of the most common challenges is dealing with incomplete data, where some values or fields may be missing. This can skew your analysis if not handled properly. Bias in data can occur if your sample is not representative of the population you're studying, or if your survey questions lead respondents toward a particular answer. In today's world, protecting sensitive information is critical. Always ensure that your data collection complies with privacy laws like GDPR and protect the personal information of your subjects. That wraps up our video on data collection methods. Whether you're gathering primary data through surveys and experiments or using secondary data from databases and APIs, following the right methods ensures your data is accurate and ready for analysis. In the next video, we'll dive into data pre-processing techniques, where we clean, transform, and prepare our data for analysis. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next video.